Hello and welcome to my review of set 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter with 544 pieces and 3 minifigures. At the front of the box, which you can see, it depicts it over Mandalore with another Starfighter in the background. On the top of the box shows Gar Saxon and its actual size with some other information there. You also have some side box art, basically the same here, just miniaturized. And on the back shows it in a hanger with most of the play features depicted there, just what you can do with it, and landing gears up. As you can see, you can go up, which we'll take a look at in a second, but first let's get to the minifigures. The first minifigure I would like to take a look at is the Mandalorian Loyalist, with a nice blue and gray color scheme and a nice dark gray for the helmet and jetpack, like a dark gunmetal gray, I'm pretty sure it's called. They use black for the visor with some blue accents on it and a little bit of gray, like on the sides there, which look really good. And on the torso, you can see they have a chest plate with some gray to represent like damaged armor, or like fading color of the armor. And some prints that go to the waist, which I do really like when LEGO does that. And just some regular leg printing with some more damaged armor. And it doesn't have any arm printing, which is kind of lame. I think this would have definitely looked better for that arm printing, but what are you going to do? It's still a good figure nonetheless. Underneath his head, he actually has a black head instead of regular, like, actual face print, which it's kind of lame because, like, nothing really special about it. But it is cool because when the helmet's on, you can't see, like, that line there a little bit when the helmet's on. You can't see any, like, skin poking through. But I guess it doesn't really matter that much because 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to have the helmet on either way. The second minifigure I'd like to take a look at is the Bo-Katan with an all-blue helmet and with some white accents to make it look like her signature look. She also has a visor piece at the top of her head that are attached the helmet holes and another gunmetal gray backpack or jetpack that covers a really good back print. No arm prints, which is very sad because I'm pretty sure we got it on a new Bo-Katan and not on this one, so a little disappointing about that. But dark gray torso with blue hands is a nice touch, and a nice like reflective gray for the chest plate with some yellow markings. And you can see those prints are continued all the way down to the legs, which has like almost the exact same print as the other Mandalorian figure, just in a different color. But yeah, pretty good figure, nonetheless. Since the hair piece looks ugly, I don't want to put it on, so I'll just leave her bald. But this is what her face looks like when the helmet's on. You can see her skin tone like come out of the back there, just her smiling mouth. But yeah, she has a dual-faced helmet, or face. One with happy, one angry, and some nice prints above it, like to represent like a headband. But yeah, that's just what's under the helmet. Probably the best figure in this set is the Gar Saxon minifigure with a really nice like gunmetal gray color scheme with red and some yellow accents, which looks really good. His nice custom helmet with those horns that look really good. Another gunmetal gray jetpack which covers up more printing, and that like gray is continued like all around, like the hands are actually black, but the torso, the legs, all of it's the same color. Some like Darth Maulish looking chest plates, which makes it look pretty, like not scary, just intimidating and gray. I wish they could have like added his shield, because I'm pretty sure he has a shield in the show where he used to like push other Mandalorians like off a bridge or something. And below you can see like he has kind of a belt, and his like printing looks pretty good with more armor, and I think that's supposed to be a waist cape. I can't remember, but yeah, just some more armor plating and some foot printing, which I forgot to mention on the other two. But yes, probably the best minifigure in this entire set. The other part of this is that he has a face, just like Bo-Katan, and there's not dual molded, so you can see the skin tone line just beneath there, but just a generic face, like nothing too exciting about it. He just looks like he just got up from a Monday morning, and yeah, that's about it, pretty generic. And the main attraction, other than the Gar Saxon, is the build itself. Now, just exterior-wise, this is a great model. It is very sharp, very sleek. Very few stickers, like still a lot of stickers, but very few. The only ones that you can really see are the ones on the cockpit, the ones right here, and the ones on the back here. But yeah, for design, there's like a really good model other than under the wings. We'll get to that. A pretty sleek model. In the front here, you can see they use like these nice blue accents, covered in the dark blue, gray, and dark gray. For this they kind of use a color palette where it's like a light gray mixed with dark gray, and light blue mixed with dark blue, which looks really good. Near the front of the cockpit, you can see it's nice and sleek, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be like 2 turrets there. There's a gap in between there, and they use a shield piece there for a little bit more design, but yeah, it just looks very sleek. On the side, you can see some stud shooters that can fire off or spring-loaded shooters that can fire off just like that, and the exact same on the other side. It just fire them off just like that. The wings themselves looks really good. Again, like completely replicated on the other side. And probably one of the best parts is definitely the engines. Like I really like how they did this, especially with like the yellow here. Makes it look really good and really like an engine. And on the back, you can see they have a turret here, which I don't know if this is like intentional, but it can just spin. I don't know if they can do that in like, the actual show, but yeah, it's there, and everything's replicated on the other side. You can just take a look at the underside by just flipping the 2 wings up, like so, and you can see that they have these 2 ball joints here, so when they don't go down like all the way, but you can see it's a very bleak, like here. I wish they could have used some like reverse like tiling plates under here to make it a little more better, especially because like this head or like the main part of it like turns like in the show. But I guess it's not that big of a deal, but you mainly gonna display it like with these showing, because this actually looks the best. But it still looks good in this position. This is like its landing position, but no landing gear. So if you just want to like sit it down, it won't sit up like this. It'll like fall forward like that, which is a little bit annoying. And for the cockpit, you can see that there are 2 stud shooters on either side, so you can and they'll fire off just like that. They're not the new ones, they're the old ones, because this was made in 2021, I believe. But to access the cockpit, I'm going to do like this so you can see better. You just open this up, and then you can take your minifigures, which in this case would be Bo-Katan and Mandalorian whale list, or you can just have one in there. I'd recommend like taking the weapons off of them so they can better fit in there. But you can see the places where they're supposed to sit, so you can get the loyalist to sit in these back studs, like right. Oh wait, you first gotta put his hands up. But just these like back studs right there. He slips in nice. The backpack or the jetpack doesn't like obstruct it a little bit. It does kind of loose because it doesn't really stick on the studs pretty well, but still works just the same. And you can just put her visor down. Same thing. Arms up, legs that, and then you can just slide her in there on the studs, or you can just put her like up front here, whatever you want. But hopefully the studs would better. You can turn it back, and you can close it up, and you're ready for play. You have to put these down, and you're ready for play, and that's how you access the cockpit. And for the swooshability of this, you can either hold it like this or like this. Either way works. You can grab it like so, and then you can just fly around with it like around your neighborhood. This is a very swooshable set, and like nothing will break off, so you can kind of like fly, be rough with it. It works the same if you hold it like under there, swooshing like really rough, but it looks really good too. Like when you're swooshing, it's like a nice like model to look when you're swooshing, and you can actually swoosh it 2 ways, because you can also turn it like this, like in the show how it like spins, and then this way I would recommend holding like this, and you can fly it around that way, which does look really good. Either way works, but it is still a really good swooshability. Has really good swooshability. And now for my final ranking. For minifigures, I will probably give this a 7 out of 10. Most of the is held up by the Gar Saxon, but the rest are kind of just meh. Playability, honestly, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because of the stud shooters, spring-loaded shooters, and the ability to like turn its head like in the show, which is really good. Design, I'll probably give it an 8 because of the bottom, just unfinished. Yeah, but I do really like the top part with like all the engines and the really sleek look of it. So in total, I will definitely give this a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. And if you find this for a good price, I think you should pick it up. Like maybe like just like think about it for a little bit, but you should definitely get this set if you don't have it. Or if you just don't have the Gar Saxon minifigure, like this is a really good reason to buy this set. But yeah, if you find a good deal on it, definitely should go out and buy it, even though it is retired. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.